And we have some breaking news coming out of Ottawa, where the Conservative leadership race is concerned. For more on that, let's bring in CTV News Ottawa producer Mackenzie Gray with the latest inputs. Mackenzie, good evening. You have some breaking news for us.
Yes, Akshay, the frontrunner for the Conservative race, Pierre Poilievre, has announced tonight on Twitter that he is running to be the new Conservative leader. No big surprise. Many thought Mr. Poilievre, who, as I said, is definitely one of the frontrunners for the top job in the Conservative Party, announces. But it is a bit surprising to see him posting tonight at about 7 o'clock on social media. But I think this is something that you can expect to come from Mr. Poilievre, trying to kind of bypass traditional.
Surprised that he has announced his as a contender for the leader of the Conservative Party, Mackenzie. But let's just understand, with him being the leader, if it were be so, what sort of a Conservative Party?
Mr. Poilievre by no means is a social conservative. Those are not really things that he focuses on. But much like Mr. Harper, I think he's going to try to build a similar coalition where the focus is on winning at all costs. And Mr. Poilievre would argue, that the way to do that is by focusing on economic issues. Housing was something that all of the parties talked about in the last election as a major plank to their platforms. And I think Mr. Poilievre is going to come out and say, hey, the Liberals have increased the price of housing so much in this country. People are saying that it's not affordable. If you elect a Conservative government, we're going to be able to try and bring inflation down. We're going to stitch for Mr. Poilievre. And another thing, actually, that I think is interesting is, we don't even know the rules for the Conservative leadership race yet. We were talking with Rob Batherson. He's the head of the party. He was kind of outlining what the process is to get to this point. On when the leadership convention is going to be. And another thing, and then probably a reason why you haven't seen other people get in the race, is the fact that we don't know what the financing kind of rules are going to be. We don't know what the financing limits are going to be, and most importantly for people who are kind of thinking, am I going to get in? We don't even know how much it's going to cost to get in the race. But Mr. Poilievre is a big machine. He's someone that Conservatives have been calling to run. So I think he's kind of coming out with almost a bully announcement in a sense, saying that, I want to get out in front of this. I want to let other Conservatives don't even think about coming in, and he's hoping that some of the bigger names that have been bandied about don't get in the race, and he has an easier road to getting the top job at the Conservative leadership.
Pierre Poilievre there, running for Conservative leadership in the party. He's a finance critic in the House of Commons. Mackenzie Gray bringing us that breaking update. Thank you, Mackenzie. I appreciate your time.
Thanks, Akshay.